I don't actually, I look at him when I see him play. I know he's capable of doing that. He's not a guy
Yeah.
that we should look at that will do that every night.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? We need him to have those type of games where he's playing those monstrous style 20 games, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
25, 14. Those are consistent games. If we could get at least 20 and 15 from him every night, that right there gives us the opportunity to get 25, 30 every other night. You know what I'm saying? Because he's going to have some 15 and 15 nights when Jaylen has it going.
Yeah.
But the way how he played last night, it was no hesitation. He was catching and he was going. I was speaking and talking about, when he's playing now, he has to be aware that people are using center of gravity on him by getting lower when
Low.
he's trying to back down.
Mm.
So when he's backing down, if he crab dribble and he gets lower, it's going to be harder to guard him. He just basically has to use his balance. That will get him into his jump hook a lot faster. Last night, you look at his clips, he was going quick.
Quick.
Right.
Quick.
And anyone who's scoring, when you watch them, when they're in score mode, you can tell. It's like playoff style. It's like no
Locked in.
reaction. When you catch the basketball, you just go, you just shoot. You know what I'm saying? You can look at all his moves. Nothing was no hesitation. It was just going. But more importantly, the way how Jaylen played. Jaylen, he adjusted last night from watching the film and him having those games where he's just scoring the basketball. He was playmaking. He was, getting in the middle of the paint. You know what I'm saying? He was coming off a pick and roll. He wasn't splitting the rim. You know what I'm saying? He was coming off pick and roll. When he came off pick and roll, he was going downhill, and now he was making the defense make a decision. It wasn't nothing on the weak side for him to make a pass, so he was kicking out to Cat or kicking out to open shooters. So that style right now is how we need Jaylen to take us. He has to play the point guard role right now, where he scores and he dimes. He dimes and he scores. He plays defense because his defense is great. You know what I'm saying? He's solid. He's a solid defender. He gets offensive fouls. But getting Cat going early, that's going to be important. But it also opens up the game for other players like Deuce. You know what I'm saying? If Cat is playing inside out, that's going to create opportunities for other players, and other players need to be ready to step up and knock down shots and make plays.
No question about it. And like you said, I like the different shots that they were getting him. He had some pick and pop, so he's firing away from three. He had some where they were just dumping it down to him in the low block. And like he said, making a quick decision against Bam or maybe the smaller defender on the mismatch and getting that jump hook. That jump hook is looking nice for him right now.
I mean, it's when it's one piece and there's one motion, it's easy to play. Even if you miss, you still stay in the groove. You know why you miss. You know what I'm saying? You know how to adjust. But when you're hesitating and you're like second guessing, this is the style that we're playing. Tim's got a nice open offense style for you guys to run pick and roll, for you guys to make plays. It's going to take time for us to gel. We're not going to just gel just like that, just because these guys are good. They're good players. We had a whole different style the way how we played last year with Dante. It was different. And people can't look at last year as that being our team. This is a brand new team as far as adding two new pieces, adding the young guys that we have. You know what I'm saying? This is the NBA. It's professional sports. You got to adjust, right? Yeah, we don't have the same chemistry that we had last year, which is okay because we have good guys, so they will build that type of chemistry. Right. They will work towards that. It's not like we have guys that are creating any division inside of the locker room. That's not what's happening. We got really good guys. I was really happy to hear Robinson speak the way how he spoke about Cat. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a big guy. That's his spot. That's his position. So it's encouraging to see that when he gets back, he's going to bring a sense of presence. We don't have pressures. You don't have these type of forces. You don't got these guys strength when you run these pick and rolls because it's different styles when Jay run pick and roll. The hefty lefty gets to the lane, it's over with. He's gonna get a pull up. It's a pull up. It's a foul. It's something gonna happen that's gonna be good. but he was forcing last game, and he made the adjustment this game, which is why we won. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Cat played well, but when you're the head of your team, which is Jalen Brunson, the hefty lefty, AKA, you know who he is. Don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? He got the basketball. His good things are bound to happen. You know what I'm saying? And as we saw Cat getting the basketball, doing the things that he was doing, he was getting the basketball in good position.
That's a point guard responsibility.
Yeah, that's his job.
Yeah.
And that's why when I say he made the adjustment, that's the sign of a player forming into a player that recognizes, whether it was the coaching staff who went over film with him, whether it was him when he watched film himself after he watched. He was like, man, these are plays where I can get Cat the rock. These are plays where I can get myself a shot. These are plays, because pick and roll is not going to change when we come off pick and roll. You come off hard looking to score, and then your options are, you look where your options are based upon how they're playing pick and roll. You know what I'm saying? So for Jaylen right now to come in and make that adjustment and Cat to play with the aggressiveness that they play with, we just got to find the consistency. We can find a consistency to play the way how we play. Because right now we lose, and then we come back and we play a different style. We play better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now we gotta keep this. Let's maintain this and build on this.
Yeah. And that's really a product of Brunson, man, because since he's been here, it just seemed like every time he has a bad game and you listen to him in a press conference and he kind of has that awareness, that accountability of what he needs to do better in the next game, he usually does that. He usually does that. In the second half last night, he was on the money.
Look, he's trying to win a championship. He's not trying to win a scoring title or an assist leader, or he's not trying to. That's not what he's trying to do. He's trying to figure out a way to utilize his skill set to get on the basketball court, to get the information from Tibbs, from the coaching staff, and go on the basketball court and execute the game plan as the leader of the team with all of the other compadres that he's going on the court with.
Shout out to GQ in the chat. Franchise channel member, fight out super chat to Starberry Translation. Jaylen, we need more swishing and dishing. Well, he had 9 assists last night, 13 potential assists last night, and the potential is there when you have Cat out there, Bridges, OG. The potential is there to get those numbers up, and I think he's going to do that. You're going to see a different Jalen Brunson this year, man.
Oh, but when he get going, when he get hot, it's over with. See, the best thing about being a scoring point guard is you're a threat every time you got the basketball. You know what I'm saying? So every time you touch the ball, you're a threat, right? When you start seeing teams throw rovers at the guard while as soon as the basketball comes into play to make you give up the basketball, deny you the basketball, take you out of your offense, that is a sign of respect. Okay, let's not get it twisted.
Yeah,
us speaking and talking about him being a playmaker is what we need now. The way how we played last year is different than how we played this year. So we're not asking him to be different than how he plays. We want him to continue to be the scorer that he is, because that's going to create other opportunities for him to get dimes. If he getting dimes and he's scoring, that makes him illegal on the court. Now the court is going to be so wide open. It's going to be basically, pick and roll. You make guys make a decision. Coach, if I leave, somebody. If I don't, we give up a team. So we make teams say, on their scouting reports, they say basically we got to pick our poison and what we're going to give up. And we can get to that space. We can get to that place in how we play. But it's going to start with our defense. That's why we need Bridges to get up on defense. Don't worry about getting beat. Just get up. You got Big Cat back there. You know what I'm saying? You got help. You gotta know that, because he's playing with now he has to have a different type of confidence when he's playing with this team. This is only 3 games. Them preseason games and them practices, none of that count. That's all preparation and that's just part of getting you ready to get on the court. What count now are these games. This is where we get to see the chemistry build and grow.